So many good points have been made today on the floor, and so many good points were made in committee yesterday, in the speed rounds. I agree with so many people who said in committee from both sides of the aisle that this bill should have a trigger point matrix for decision making, and it should contain the vaccine incentives that should never have been removed. Here's where we are right now. So if we check in with the evidence, 38 out of 171 districts have needed to close at some point during this year. Today, our positivity rate in the Commonwealth of Kentucky is at an all-time high of 14.6%. Today, the National Guard is at both of the hospitals in my district, the Medical Center and Greenview, assisting. The hospitals in my district and in the adjacent county, because they wrote to me too, are at the breaking point. People are frightened, colleagues, and they should be. But if you don't want to listen to the voices of your colleagues, let's listen to the voices of our constituents who have been writing to us. One teacher who's not in my district really said it better than anybody else has to me. She says, a mask mandate is the easiest way to prevent the spread of this disease, and it should not be left up to local decision makers. She named her county, and I will not, but she knows that there will be no mandate if this bill passes today, and she's afraid. She said, you only represent a portion of our state, but I implore you to approach this decision as one that can and will affect all of our students. She says, this virus does not recognize district or county lines, and our children need as much protection as they can get because they are not all eligible to be vaccinated. Local control, she says, is not the solution to a pandemic. Now let's go to my district. One mother in my district has 2 children who are too young to get vaccinated. And she says, I'm quoting, I beg you to keep the mask mandate enforced in schools. In the first week of the mandate in Warren County, the number of students in quarantine was reduced by half. She's right. She says this shouldn't be a political issue. This is a public health issue. We have to do everything we can to protect our children who cannot protect themselves. And it is your job as elected officials to do that. A constituent who works in public health asks us to keep the mask mandate in schools for everyone, vaccinated or not. While those who are vaccinated are protected from serious illness, hospitalization, and death, there's clear evidence that vaccination alone is not enough to prevent infection and therefore potential transmission to others. They say a mask mandate in schools protects everyone, not just in school, but at home. Another parent asked us to allow the school districts the flexibility that they need to do distance learning or NTI days as needed in accordance with the local incidence rates. I don't think anybody in this body wanted to see school districts shutting down. And for the children who live with disability, we need to make sure that we are protecting them under the Americans with Disabilities Act and not excluding them from the public schools. For many children who live with disability or life-threatening illnesses, this is exactly what we're going to do. I had a conversation the other night with a tearful constituent who said, I'm going to have to pull my son out of school if you all do this. She works. She doesn't have any idea how she's going to be able to homeschool her child. But she will have to do so if we pass this and if the school district her child is enrolled in does not institute a mandate. Folks, the evidence is clear what we need to do, so let's use some common sense. I stand with my district and I stand with people all over the state who want to be safe. I stand with our teachers and our students who want to be safe, and I stand with those families who are afraid and should be kept safe as well. This is our only chance to stop this escalating positivity rate in this latest wave of the virus. For these reasons, I'm voting no today. We had a chance to do better today. We owed it to the people of this Commonwealth to protect them. May history judge us as harshly as we deserve to be judged. Thank you.